back to Homeward Bound. I'm Brian, and today I want to take some ordinary logs and turn them into a cash revenue that'll one day pay for my property taxes. Let's see what we got here. Wood. So we'll add this to the mix. We'll get this pulled in right now. In case anyone's curious, I found these trees in the mountains. Alright, we are all empty of trees. Got a few more here to grab. You want to help me find some power packs? Yeah? No? I could use your help, sir. But I need to find some power packs, buddy. I got trees to cut and drill and mushrooms to plant. Oh, speaking of mushrooms. These are my mushrooms. Got them staying dormant. Alright, so what we're going to be doing, so I got these plugs. Right here, I got some mushroom plugs, different varieties, we'll go through them here in a little bit. And the idea is I'm going to come down and put drill marks down into these trunks on each side of it, 4 sides. And in those holes I'm going to pound in these little plugs and seal them up with wax. And these logs are going to grow mushrooms for us in time. And I'm kind of just going about 3 to 4 inches or so apart. I don't want to go down so far. Let's check out some plugs here. First one's maitake. So we got these maitake here. And I'll show you this. So when you open it up, break it up, you can see it's all been spored up. There's these little plugs. There's 2 here. You can see the little plugs. And so these will get pounded. He's always meowing. He always needs something. Oh man, I always need something too. You never find it. So ideally you want like something like a rubber mallet or something. So let's see if these holes are a little big. They look a little big. See, I didn't have to do anything for that. And so I definitely want a smaller bit on this side down. wax to seal up the hole. They got these special like augers with drill bits that are preset, so you can just go and be done with it super fast. But I don't feel like buying a special tool with a special bit just to do this. So yeah, I feel good. That worked a lot better. It's nice and touches both sides. It's gonna move the camera, but it's kind of attached right now. And so you can see right there, it's nice and flush. It all touches the sides. And so we'll do this up and down all the sides of this log, and then we're gonna fill it in with wax. And then we're gonna set this aside and let it do its thing, and over time, it's going to inoculate this log. And during certain times of the year, we'll be able to throw this in like a pond and wake them up and start growing our own mushrooms. So you don't want to use dead trees. These trees were cut down recently. So they're still nice and heavy, full of moisture, and the mushrooms are going to need that. They need to feed off the, all that live wood that's still in this trunk. So I'm just kind of gauging it, trying to go down the same amount each time. We'll see if I'm accurate when we're done, and I don't waste too much time stopping to check each hole. But I can tell you, if I had to do this more than what I'm planning on doing today, which is already, I'll probably run out of battery before I get through all these logs. I could definitely see one of the best in the auger. Because I've seen people inoculate these logs. I mean, they get down a row like this, and they use a grinder, auger grinder. I believe that's what it's called. An angle grinder. Yeah, an angle grinder with a special bit. They just go break. I mean, it's instant. So that's good. Got enough holes in that guy. The first ones were definitely large. But the next ones are perfect. They're really fitting in there snugly. And so you guys know what the drill bit I'm using for these plugs. And these plugs are pretty universal from what I've seen. They're pretty standard little dowels that they use. And the drill bit I used was a 3/8. 3/8 inch. So there were 16 plugs that went in on this side. I imagine each side is going to be different because I did not plan for that at all. But just for you guys, I know it's going to be something you'll probably ask. And this is kind of the size of log you want right here. Basically the widths of my arms just kind of stretched out a little bit to be able to pick up. When you store these over winter, these are going to get put into little like stacks. 2 this way, 2 that way, 2 that way, 2 that way, and they get stacked up. And a lot of times you'll even break down the stacks sometimes in winter to smaller stacks so they're covered in snow all winter. But then come time for the spring and summer when you want to, the summer and fall when you want to harvest them, then you're gonna take them from the stacks and you're gonna lean them up on lean-tos, and they'll be like little T's, rows going through the forest. So I'm gonna kind of go through these 2 at a time with my hands, then pound them all in, be a little bit faster, like how we do things in the kitchen. Henry Ford method, right? For every task at the same time. Alright, and then I'll go through them and do all the logs, and then I'll wax them all at the same time. biggest part of the tree. So I'm probably gonna do him on 3 sides. Alright, so I just got a bowl here. I got hot wax in it. I just heated up my wax in the microwave. There's a million ways you can heat your wax up. That works for me because so now my bowl is super hot. And it should stay hot enough for me to get through a lot of this. I'm gonna kind of come through with a brush. I'm just gonna dab. I'm sure there's people out there watching right now watching me going, what the heck is he doing? I know. It's not like most pro way of doing this. Like I said, I can either sit around and wait for all the pieces to fall in place, or you can just go. Worry about perfecting it later and dotting all your I's and T's. Too often in life, people will sit around and not do. They can't do it a certain way. Screw that, I'm just gonna go. I don't care if I'm doing it wrong, I'm just gonna go. Then I'm coming back along and waxing these up. It's nice because I'm catching like a couple spots where there's actually plugs missing. And having a way to keep your wax warm is, I have to use something to hold it because it just stays hot forever. Just enough wax for this last log. That's on the ground. Alright, there we are. It's our logs. So I ran out of wax. That's where I got to stop for today. This was probably, was one good sized aspen tree here. And I got several plugs in there on my Taki and Chicken of the Woods. I'm very excited about that. You can see everything's nice and filled in. Everything's all covered. Holes are all taken care of. Kind of looks like the tree was shot a bunch. But I kind of like it having the red wax almost, just because I know right where all the plugs are. I mean, not really sure how much that matters, but it is what it is. So then these, I will find a shady place in my backyard where I can keep these for the summer, and hopefully we'll be taking them out with us to the farm. And we have lots of other projects we need to get started here, including growing trees. So we cut trees down, we fill them up with mushrooms, but we also need to replace them. So expect a video in the future about cutting mushrooms, or expect a video in the future about growing trees. I have plans to grow mainly holm oak and American chestnut. And I'm choosing these two specific trees on purpose for the pigs and the fattening of the pigs, so that our charcuterie can be something special. All right, see you guys later.